right-handed pitching, and he was supposed to be like a fast starter. Like, it's a joke. It's rotten to the core all the way through. They haven't produced a pitcher yet, but like, does this guy know? Does he notice? Is he aware? I don't know. But you think Tony Manzolino's going to fix it? He kept the hitting coaches. I mean, this whole thing is a charade.
So you think Mike Elias is the guy to get him to the next level? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I do. I would. You know what? I think he needs to be the team president. You need the Dombrowski.
It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. My partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Baltimore Orioles, with major expectations, they're among the favorites this season. Chris, they'd love to build on that postseason appearance from last year. Do you think it can be a springboard for them?
I do, Boog, because this team has already got the building blocks in place, and you make the postseason, you know you've got a shot at the title. So the experience will definitely help them this time around. But it's a long season, and they're going to have to do the little things right and stay consistently on top of their game. And that's the best way to take home the Commissioner's Trophy, in my opinion.
The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Ready to go now, and into the box for Baltimore, number 69, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Popped in the air, left field. Santander drifts towards it. Makes the catch for the out. So here's Baltimore's lineup to start 2025. Chris, this is a team looking to take the next step.
Yeah, Boog, they've had tremendous seasons in 2023 and 2024, winning 192 combined games, but they still haven't won a postseason game since 2012. With that said, I think this could be the year that changes.
Looking for his first big league hit right here. Popped up. Snags it for the second out.
Batting third, right fielder, number 21.
Now at the plate, Colby Rudy. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. That's a base hit. Colby Rudy with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
So a man at first. Now here is Ty Bell. Hit in the air out to center field. Varsho after it. He's got it, and that'll do it. One left for the Orioles. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, our starting pitcher in this one, number 24. What do we have on him?
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Andres Jimenez. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's one away. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting the ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Outside low, ball 2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Righty delivers. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
That one not close. And that's ball 3. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Man, it's almost unfair that he can just pull that knuckleball out of his pocket and float it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one in triple digits. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And that is strike 2. Got him looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the first.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And we're back. Now the third baseman, Joe Sullivan.
Number 10.
Gosman back to work. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one back there. Into the bullpen and gone. You want to talk about kicking off your major league career with a bang. His first big league hit leaves the yard. He'll remember this trip around the bases for the rest of his life. Wow.
He ought to. Usually guys are squeezing the bat so tight, trying to get that first hit out of the way. They can't get the ball out of the infield, Boog, but not him. Maybe a glimpse of what's to come from him in the next few years. Good job. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now the Orioles catcher. Swing and a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in there safely. Number 55 with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Swigum digs in now. Big time power. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Varsho squeezes it. Runner tags it second, and he makes it up to third with one away.
Batting 8, the designated hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
Now it's the DH, Gunnar Henderson.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
And that's too high. In the air, left field. Santander sizes this one up. He's got it. Runner tags for home. He's in to score on the sac fly. It's 2-0.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Popped in the air, left side. Clement under it. He makes the grab, and that is that. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Orioles 2 and the Jays 0. Bottom of the second. Anthony Santander at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And that one fouled off.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with them. Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
And that one is lifted in the air. Rudy grabs it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Will Wagner in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Late on that fastball.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
2 strikes.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that skips in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Right through there, got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, and they're down 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's a big power threat, number 69.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And that one fouled off. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Number 69 with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Man at first. Here's the second baseman, Kurt Swigum. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Gosman, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Colby Rudy, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Santander corrals it. 2 away now.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Ty Bell. Fly to center his first time. Hit hard on the ground to short. To second, and it pulls the shortstop off the bag. Ty Bell with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Sullivan getting ready to hit. Yeah, don't need much damage here. Just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1. That's to third. Clement. Third out, and that ends the frame. Orioles strand a couple, but they're on top 2-0. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. On the ground to third. The throw to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 8th, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
So digging in, Alejandro Kirk. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Line drive, makes the catch for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Two outs. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
That's a ball.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Orioles 2 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Toronto, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, number 55. That one a little bit high. Ball one. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, number 14.
So up next, Kyle Swigum.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
Gets it to first, and there are 2 outs. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. And that one sliced foul. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Santander in pursuit. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. Back here at Rogers Center. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Well, these Blue Jays, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Caught looking his first time up. The shortstop takes the ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees. The Blue Jays hitless so far in the game. Outside low, 2-2. And that just misses.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Bases empty, one away here on opening day. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Sullivan has this one sized up. He's there. He's got it. And that quickly, 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Fastball for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Inside, just missed.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing could put you right back in this ball game.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Blue Jays go down in order. They're still down. It's 2-zip. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Gosman back to work. And ball 1.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Ground ball up the middle. Jimenez. And they get Mullins for the out.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
The hitter early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off, see if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Kurt Swigum now at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. And a foul ball.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Ripped to third and caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
And now Colby Rudy. He is singled and he is flied to left. That misses. 1-0.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way. So
Runner takes off. Pitches low. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner at first with 2 away. So next to hit for Baltimore, Ty Bell. And he grounds one back up the middle to second. There's Bichette. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here is Anthony Santander. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, these Jays, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
To third. Whips it to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Flied to right his first time.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Next pitch misses, and 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1 out, base is empty. And that one a little below the knees, and it's 2-1. Way out front for strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Now, Will Wagner struck out looking his first time.
Will Wagner.
In there, and it's 0-1. In the air, out towards left center. Drops into the glove. That is the inning. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Chad Green.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And into the box for Baltimore, Joe Sullivan. He's already homered in this game. And that one hammered. Varsho going back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now the Orioles catcher. This guy's turned into one of the best catchers in the National League. Green, in his 9th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter. Base is empty, 1 away here on opening day.
That's in. Ball 2.
That one ripped. Varsho moving back for it. That's not coming back. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at-bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore. In a 2-0 count, a hitter is on high alert. This is what you live for, to be in the driver's seat here. He got a pitch that he could handle, and he hit that pitch really hard. Nice home run.
And next for the Orioles, Kyle Swigum. He's a guy who does it all. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting,
Kyle Swigum with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Runner on at first with one gone. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
He might want to steal
0-1's the
second in
count.
this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
There's the strike. Swigum leads off first with one away. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 6-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Chad Green won't go any further, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Righty reliever out of the pen, Angel Bastardo. On for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Counts 1-0.
Mullins at the plate and takes high there. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 7-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game.
Outside.
First pitch misses. No question about this one. It's out of here. That one felt good, and they tack one on the board. It's 8-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not. But I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Kurt Swigum, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Springer makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
2 down, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Colby Rudy. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1.
Strike 2. 2 outs, base is empty. In the air, center field. Varsho gets under it, brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. But they tack on 5 runs. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Orioles 8 and the Jays nothing. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Out to center. Mullins settles under it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher Alejandro.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. He's 0 for 1. That's inside. And that's ball 1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
1-1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
The 1-1. Just missed. That's down and in.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits.
We got full count.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away.
That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Still 8-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Eric Swanson.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now Ty Bell, 1 for 3. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all. And they add to the lead. It's 9-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And, you know, he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Joe Sullivan. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Loves it on the dive, and they get the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop, gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Now the Orioles catcher. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And the first offering is not close. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air, right field. Springer makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, number 14.
Kyle Swigum will hit next. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Springer there makes the catch. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 9-0. Back after this on the show. Back now in Toronto, bottom of the 7th, and here is Andres Jimenez.
Hey. 0-1.
And the 0-1. And it's fouled away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Nope.
The next
That's
offering
inside.
misses. Ball 1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Okay, Singy, I think we can say it's been a successful Major League debut for him on the mound. He's giving this organization and its fans some reasons to be excited about what he can do at this level.
I think so too, Boog. It's always such a good feeling to see someone attack a new challenge and do well at it. And that's what we're witnessing today. It's a brand new environment, and he's finding a way to succeed. He'll be humbled sooner or later, so that's going to come. But I really like what I've seen from him in this one. I think he belongs here.
The Jays with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. The shortstop takes the ball. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Vladdy stands in now and watches strike one.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Popped up right side. Bell makes the catch, inning over. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, and they're down 9-0. Back here at Rogers Center, new inning getting started. Now here's the Orioles DH, Gunnar Henderson. Swanson back to work. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 10-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Eric Swanson will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Tommy Nance gets the ball now. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Tommy Nance.
Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Foul ball there. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Hard hit, right side. Takes it himself.
He's out.
First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, number 69.
Here's the left fielder.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And there's a foul ball. Nance throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down. One down, base is empty.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broken.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
2 outs, base is empty. And into the box for Baltimore, Kurt Swigum. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. What's the approach when you're facing a guy like this, Chris?
Don't look down in the zone because you'll end up chasing something that's out of the strike zone. Make him elevate the pitch. Because he's not as effective at the top of the strike zone, you got a better chance of having success.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore. It's now 10-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
Popped up. Sullivan settles underneath it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Still rolling to start the 8th. Just 5 more outs to get.
Now batting third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement digs in now. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Swigum snags it. 2 down.
Man, he's getting really close to this thing right now. Only 4 outs left, but it's going to be tough to get.
2 down, base is empty. Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Just missed.
Well, it's a good
2
pitch
balls,
there.
1 strike.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2-2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The Blue Jays still looking for their first hit in this one. Next one misses, and a full count now.
Really good 2-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
Line drive. In there, base hit. And the bid for history is gone.
So close, but there goes the no-no with 2 outs in the 8th. And I'm sure he's going to want that last pitch back and think about what might have been. But you know what? He's really been amazing in this one. Total control from the first batter on.
2 outs, runner at first. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. There's the strike. Wagner off of first with 2 away. Swing and a foul out of play. Now a screamer into the outfield. Stretches out and hauls it in. Another inning in the books, but the perfect game couldn't survive it. It's the Orioles 10 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th and into the box for Baltimore, Colby Rudy. out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
0-1,
Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jimmy Garcia appears to be getting loose. Manoah getting loose as well. Not
1 ball,
close
1
with
strike.
that one, and it's 1-1. Fought off foul. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. And he'll pull into second safely.
Now batting number 10.
And next for the Orioles, Joe Sullivan. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. And first offering is fouled off. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 0-2.
Count.
And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Now the Orioles catcher, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. That one pushed foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Coming home, he will score. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon, and his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Kyle Swigum. The shortstop takes the ball. Runner at second, 2 down. And he swings through that one.
1-1.
Swings and misses. 1-2.
1 ball.
Man,
2
that was
strikes.
pretty gross right there.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a breaking ball
that ball
misses
went out.
outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Bottom of the ninth coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break. Bottom of the inning, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. That one's in there. It's 0-1. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
And Captain Kirk goes down on strikes.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And first offering is fouled off. Good eye in that spot.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
One down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. That one just misses. And they'll do it again. 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And there's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That one in triple digits.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Just missed. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
1-2 now. Good eye right there. And it remains 2-2. Stays alive. The 2-2. Got him looking. And they're down to their last out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So it's their last chance in this one. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
They're down to their final strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The Jays down to their final strike. That's inside.
Ball 2.
Next offering upstairs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up next. Varsho leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
So 2 on with 2 away. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. On to first, ball game. And the Orioles take this one in a blowout.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know he's going to stew a little bit over that one hit that he gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant. If he'd have made just one better pitch, perhaps he'd have a no-hitter.
11-0 your final score as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.